Good morning, everybody. I am Pat Knauer. I am one of the hosts of the Everyday Riches Show. I'm so glad that you're here today. I'm a business strategist, and I love, love, love promoting other people because there's so much good stuff going on in the world today. And today, I also want to introduce my co-host, Barbara Ellison.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. I'm Barbara Ellison, and I am your personality pro because personality does drive reality. And I'm on a mission to make happiness the norm rather than the exception. And I am just so grateful that I have people that also feel the same way. You know what? And part of happiness is getting along with others, but also getting along with ourselves and how we feel about ourselves. So I am just so excited to introduce Tracy Pohlmann to the stage today. Hi, Tracy. How are you doing today?
Great. Thanks, Barbara and Pat, for having me on. I appreciate it.
Okay.
And for those of you who don't know Tracy or have never met Tracy, Tracy helps professional women and men create a brand image that helps them show up with more confidence and get more noticed and get more business in their career. So basically, she simplifies figuring out what to wear for each occasion, but it's so much more than that, isn't it, Tracy?
Yeah, it is. It has so much to do with yourself and the brand. Believe it or not, we all are representing a brand, whether we work for another company or you own your own business. You are a brand, and how you show up to Zooms, to meetings, to anything actually really says a lot about you and your brand and what you think of yourself too.
Yeah. Thank you so much for saying that, because I harp on that a lot. People who are watching on my Facebook page, you'll know that I harp on that a lot, that you are a brand. And when you're ignoring that you are a brand, when you think you're just an employee or an executive, or you're just an entrepreneur, or you're just a coach or whatever, not just anything, but when you think you're just that and you're not representing yourself in a branding way, it does affect you financially. What have you found, Tracy?
Well, you know what I do notice is I notice a lot of people showing up, particularly now in this age that we're in. We're all working from home. It's all very casual. And what I'm noticing, people are actually showing up for Zooms. I've been on some Zooms recently, some networking Zooms, and people are showing up with a graphic sweatshirt, and they're wanting to be introduced to CEOs and sales directors for major companies. And I'm sitting there thinking, there's no way I would refer someone, because you're not looking the professional part. If you're, a business coach, I've even seen financial advisors showing up in T-shirts, casual T-shirts. And I know we live in this world of very casual, loungewear is like the norm now, but there are so many ways that you can take a simple outfit. And like yesterday, I was sharing in my VIP group in Facebook, I was sharing that you could take your workout clothes, and I had my workout clothes on, and I said, have you ever had that moment when you're like, oh, I've got to be on live somewhere? And it literally 5 minutes, okay? And so I shared some tips of what you can do real quick to change your look. And I took those workout clothes and I just put something over it. It was a cute little floral type of vest, and it made me look professional. So just by doing that, adding a little bit of makeup, I added some earrings and a necklace, and boom, I looked like I was put together. And I actually attended meetings yesterday with that same outfit on, so people could see that, yes, it doesn't take that long. Like, it really doesn't. You can still be comfy, cozy, and you can still look the professional that you should be.
Right. I was on a thing a couple of months ago, and what they called it was like glam up from the waist up. And because that's all we had to do, because we were in comfortables. But I mean, we had on our, and that's one of the things that I've really started to do is wear my fancy earrings.
Yes.
Because you know what? And I had a gal yesterday, she said, well, I don't go anywhere. And I just looked at her and I said, it's not about whether you go anywhere. It's about how you feel about yourself.
Yes.
And I love my blingy earrings now.
Yeah, definitely. And you're right about doing that, because studies show when you actually dress up, it does something internally and psychologically to you that actually makes you perform better.
Right.
So yeah, you might think, well, I'm not going anywhere. Why should I do this or that? And I understand, like, we all need those days, that we need the days that we don't get ready, we don't do anything. We just kind of like veg out or get work done and we just go to the grind. But if you do that every day, I promise you it's going to affect your mood and it's going to affect your productivity. Because if you think back to a time when you felt like you really looked good, like you're like, oh man, like it could have been a wedding, it could have been something, maybe it was 10 years ago when you're like, I remember that dress and I look so good. Like you walk with your head high.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you inner confidence, and that inner confidence actually explodes in everything, particularly in business. If you're not confident about yourself, you're going to really have a hard time getting that next promotion or even getting more business if you own your own business, if you're not confident. And let's face it, when many times we don't look good, you know, when you're sick and stuff, you're like, I don't feel good. Like I can't project who I am and the qualities that I have that could be applied to whatever you're doing. You don't feel the part, right?
Right. So true.
Exactly.
So true. I remember there was a job that I had once and we could dress any way we wanted. It was casual.
Mm-hmm.
And literally people would show up in their pajamas. Right. In an employment organization, in an office situation, they wore pajamas to work. I know, right? And what ended up happening was I started with this company and 3 months later, they ended up laying everybody off.
Wow.
And I think it was because of productivity just wasn't high enough. It was because people were dressed like this. It does make a huge difference. Absolutely.
I mean, they've done study after study has shown that based on the way you dress is going to make a big impact. Like they did a study with students and some of them were wearing just plain lab coats and the other ones were wearing like physician coats. And the ones that were dressed in the physician coats actually performed better than the ones that were just in plain white coats. So it's amazing what it does for the psyche and how you perform just by the way that you dress. So it's important. Now, that doesn't mean you have to be, you have to dress in a suit every day or anything like that. You definitely do not have to do that. And you can dress according to your style because everyone has style. Most people, they say to me, oh, but Tracy, you don't know about me. Like, I don't have style. And I'm like, yes, you do have style. We all have style. It's just we all have a different style. So you might look at someone and you say, oh, she is just the epitome of style. Well, her style is different than you. That doesn't mean that you don't have style. You definitely do. It's just you look at somebody else and you think they have more style than you. And guys are the same way, not just girls. With the ladies, it's guys too. Guys tell me all the time, man, would you come into my closet and help me? Because they feel like they don't have the confidence that they need as well to get dressed each day because they realize how important it is.
Yeah. Yes. Especially for men. Well, in a way, especially for men, women have a lot more variety than men do. Right. So it makes it in a way, it's a lot easier for men, but in a way, it's a lot tougher for men. Yeah. Because for them to really style up, they really have to, they do have to put on the suit and they do have to wear the jacket and they do have to wear, well put together clothing, like well-made clothing, because a cheap shirt versus an expensive shirt is going to show up differently.
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Women have a lot more options. Women can go to a discount store and get, an inexpensive blouse that's made of essentially the same way as a more expensive blouse, but men and women's garments are constructed differently, wouldn't you say?
Yes, most definitely. And I always tell people, you don't have to spend $300 on a jacket. And I don't really recommend it because jackets and things like that are the pieces that actually you rotate and you wear different ones each day. So if you spend too much money on certain things, then it makes you feel like you're wearing the same clothes every day. And that's what I get a lot of people saying. I just wear the same clothes all the time and they're bored with it. And so one of the things that I teach people is a system. It's like a 3-step system that helps you pull together an outfit. Okay. And no matter if you're casual or you're dressy, and it's going to make you look put together, even if you're going to the grocery store or you're going out to dinner with your husband, it's going to make you look put together. And I always tell people, when you're talking about style and you're talking about a brand, you are the brand, whether or not you're at work from 9 to 5 or you're out at a picnic, okay? Because you never know who you're going to see.
Right.
True.
And so you definitely want to make sure that you have a consistent brand. Now, that doesn't mean when you go to the picnic, you need to wear the suit. By all means, do not do that because you'll look out of place. But really be careful about what you wear and like how much skin you show. Those types of things are major, because if you're, say, someone in maybe a financial field, and then over on the weekend, you got this like halter top on and you're showing a lot of cleavage, and you run into someone you're trying to get an account with, it doesn't really speak highly about your professionalism when you,
Right.
and that's not to mean you can't wear something fun, but be careful with it. Particularly, I think women really need to be careful more so than men. So.
Yeah.
Do you think that's why a lot of people tend to not dress up or dress the role, because they're concerned that when they go out in the world, they step away from the camera or they step away from the networking events or the one-on-one meetings, that if they're seen in a different light, it's going to damage their reputation. So why even bother?
Yeah, well, I think a lot of people, they just don't know how to do it. That's what I have found. Is most people, they just don't, like, I had a client at one point in time that she worked in a very professional field. And so she had to wear suits and skirts and those types of things every day. Well, then she started her own business. And when she started her own business, she was like, I don't know how to dress besides the professional. I have professional dress, and I have the sweatshirts and the sweatpants.
And nothing in between.
I have nothing in between. And I said, yes, you do, because you can take some of that professional wear and you can make it more casual. So it was like, when she realized it, like, oh my goodness, I can mix. And I see that a lot with people. They have a professional side of their closet and they have a casual side, everyday casual type side. And I'm like, mix the two, because they can be mixed. You can take a casual top, throw it on a suit jacket, and create a fabulous look with that. And so many times we think we need to have two separate wardrobes, and we really don't.
Right.
So.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
I always thought that it'd be great if they created Granimals for adults, but anyway, they just haven't.
But here's the thing: my 3-step system is kind of like that. Like,
oh, how cool!
You follow the 3-step formula, and it's like, whoo! Like, you can throw together so many different things once people realize it. And I teach it in my course that I have called Simple Style Academy. And once people realize, they're like, oh my goodness, I thought it was like rocket science, and it's really not. It's like so easy once you realize what to do, that you can pull together a million different opportunities in your closet. Because sometimes we kind of get stuck in a rut. We wear this top with this pair of pants, and then we wear this top with this pair of pants. And I see that all the time when I'm in people's closets. They're like, oh, I wear that with this. And I'm like, have you ever thought about wearing that with this? And they're like, oh, that looks really cute. No, I never thought of it. Because I'm the same way. Like, you could come into my closet and create all kinds of new looks with the clothes in my closet, because our brains are kind of wired like that. They're wired to wear this top with this pair of pants. And,
and plus, we're creatures of habit.
Yes.
I find that is so true. I automatically, oh yeah, that top goes with this. And I don't have to think about it.
Yes, exactly.
So, right.
Yeah, but I think,
go ahead.
I was going to say, many times how you organize your closet, that is one of the best ways to be able to get the versatility. Because I find I go into people's closets, women's closets all the time, and I find this top is with this pair of pants. And I'm like, why is that? Well, because that's how I wear it. So that's how I put it together. And I'm like, get it separate, because When you do, then you could look at that pair of pants and say, I wonder if it would look good with this top. And many times just putting them together, like you're like, oh, that's really cute. I never thought of that. And sometimes we think colors have to go certain ways, and they really don't. You can, because many times we have so many neutrals, and you need to make sure that you have those neutrals in your closet, because neutrals go with neutrals. And so you can mix and match. And sometimes I know some people are like, oh, there's no way I could wear tan with gray. Like, that's a good example. I'm like, they're both neutrals, and they can go together.
Oh, I don't think I've ever worn tan with gray, now that you mention it.
Yes, because they're neutrals. Yes. But sometimes, Barbara, for you might need to add something, a cardigan or something that ties in all of those. Or a necklace that ties in those two pieces to make you feel comfortable and make you feel like I could wear that.
Yeah, and that's what I was just going to ask you about. Like, that's one of the things. My sister is absolutely amazing at accessorizing.
Yes.
And so then once in a while, she'll show me something, and it's like, okay, fine, great. I know that look, and I can put it together. But then to actually take other pieces, I'm like, I'm lost.
Yeah. And that is one of the things that I specialize in, because I have sold jewelry. And so I've learned how jewelry actually really can accentuate an outfit. It really makes the outfit. And it's probably the one thing that most people don't wear, and even men alike. I mean, a lot of men don't wear anything either. Men's jewelry is kind of one of those, they like to put it on and never take it off. Whereas women, a lot of times we delve into the high fashion jewelry, and the high fashion jewelry is really the thing that's really going to give your wardrobe an impact. And it's the thing that most people don't wear. If you look at people, they're not wearing earrings, they're not wearing necklaces. It will maximize your wardrobe, and it's going to set you apart from other people, which is good, because in business, we need to be set apart. Like, if you've got two people that have the same skill set, whether you're working for a company or you're owning your own business, and one looks the part and the other doesn't, which one are you most attracted to? Unfortunately, people are attracted based on appearance, and they say within 8 seconds, people form an opinion of you, like whether or not they like you and want to do business with you. And unfortunately, 8 seconds, you can't really determine a lot based on your inner person and who you are. It's based on appearance, unfortunately. I wish it wasn't, but it was. Is there,
like you say, you have your 3-step program. Is there a way to know what to I have a couple of different necklaces that, I mean, I don't know what to wear with. I don't know how to wear them. And is there like a guidelines of how to buy one that would be a little bit more versatile, or is it depends on what your personal style is?
Well, there are certain pieces that you want to make sure that you have. And that's one of the things in my course. I actually tell people, like, it's kind of like a capsule, like you've heard of capsule wardrobe. So I tell people in a capsule wardrobe, this is what you should have. If you want to create the most versatility with your wardrobe, I have a little checklist that people follow through. But I do the same thing.
Tracy, go through what a capsule wardrobe is, because maybe somebody doesn't know who's watching this.
Okay. Well, what a capsule wardrobe is kind of like the basic pieces that you want in your wardrobe. Okay. There are certain things like you want to have a jacket, like maybe a professional jacket. You want a casual jacket too. Something that you can throw on with jeans, or you can throw on with like a colored pair of pants that's going to tie in the outfit that you could wear for business or you could wear for casual. So that is really important. But even the jewelry, there's a jewelry capsule wardrobe. So there's certain pieces of jewelry that you always want to have. Like one of them that I always say is a link necklace, like a linky necklace, like one that links together, because a link necklace goes with everything. It can be framed with other pieces. Particularly, I like a longer link necklace because it can be framed with other pieces. If you have a 30-inch, you could double it up and wear it short too, as a choker style, but it also goes well with those prints. because so many times people have a lot of prints in their closet and they're always like, what do I wear
Right.
with print? Well, you want something kind of simple. So you don't want a link necklace that's really like out there. You want something that's kind of simple, but you throw on a link necklace because typically it's a little bit more substantial. Actually, I've actually got one right here. So like this is like a link necklace, okay?
Oh yeah.
I guess I forgot. I have it sitting on my desk right here. So it's going to be substantial that it's going to stand out when you do put it with a print. Because so many times people are like with prints, they're like, I don't know what to wear. Like, what do I wear with that? Well, something like a simple necklace like that. You just throw it on, pulls the outfit together, but there's a lot you can do with just that link necklace. So hopefully that helped you, Barbara, on something that's very versatile. But there's a lot, and we don't have time to go through all of it today. About pieces that I recommend.
Are there any foundational pieces that people should really spend money on?
Well, I think your basics. Your plain colored black shirt, black pants, navy blue, even grays, like it depends on people's color style personality. So one of the things that I always say, you got to know which colors you're going to look best in. And so when you know those, then those foundational pieces, because those things can last forever. Like black pair of pants. I mean, you buy one that fits you well and is great material. Like those I spend more money on. My actual pants, I spend a lot of money on that because they will last me forever as long as I don't gain weight, right?
Even if they go out of style a little bit, where the waistline is a little higher or a little lower, even if the hem length changes a bit, those foundational pieces are still going to work.
Yes. Yeah. If you're going to spend the money on a piece, I would recommend getting a piece that is not tight. However, it is like it fits you. Okay. It's aligned with your body, because those things have a slimming look to them. Right. And also, like, I would just buy it to where it not too short, just right at your ankle, hits right at your ankle, because you can wear them with boots. You can wear them with a regular sandal. You can actually do a lot with something just like that, just basic, and it's very slimming. Like, you want to try to stay away from like the trends, like the wide leg pants are very in. Well, they don't look good on most people. Like if you're a model and you're like 5'6" and you're a size 2, those things look really good. So I always tell people, don't get too attached to a particular style. Like, you don't have to wear like what's in. If it's not you and it doesn't look good on you, don't wear it. Don't buy it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like right now, I see so many people in the leggings. And it's like,
I'm going to approach that too. I know.
And it's like, did they look in the mirror before they walked out of their house?
No. And leggings are great.
Leggings are great.
Tunic top.
With the tunic, exactly.
Lower. It needs to cover the bum, right? Because no one wants to look at your bum. If they did, they would go to the pool and see your bum in a swimsuit.
That's right.
But but that, particularly the younger generation, I think that's a big one with that.
Yeah, I spent a substantial amount of time at Disney, and it's amazing how pretty much every woman there is wearing really tight leggings, like tighter than they need to be leggings.
Yes. And it shows, and that's the thing with a legging. You can get a nice fabric with a legging that doesn't show all the lumps, bumps, and wrinkles, right?
Right.
Or you can get a legging that shows everything. So it's like sometimes choosing the right type of material is one of the best things for you, because you want to look. But I always recommend, like, when you're buying a clothing item or something, if you're in a dressing room, which right now none of us are in dressing rooms, but if you bring it home, make sure you look from behind what you look like. Because so many times we just look in the mirror and we're like, oh yeah, it looks good. And we fail to turn around to see what we look in the back. And that's one of the biggest problems that most people have, because I was actually recently doing a closet consult and I said, turn around. And she's like, why? I said, that jacket doesn't fit you. Look at it in the back. And she was like, oh my gosh, like I thought this like would fit me. And she goes, I literally would have walked out the door and wore it. But you're right. When she turned around and looked what it looked like in the back, because I could tell it was puckered because I saw like a glimpse of it. And I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't look like it fits well. Even though it looked in the front, it looked fine. It looked good. The back did not look good. So just always keep that in mind, is look behind before you go out the door each day.
So I've also noticed recently that when a lot of women are wearing jackets, the jackets don't close. They stay wide open.
That is very slimming to not make it close. So I get so many women, particularly when we talk about a denim jacket, they want the denim jacket so they can actually button it up. Okay, so when you go and you button something up, you can see here just the way I'm dressed here. You button this up and this part of me looks wide. I open this up and instantly it slims. So you don't want your jackets to close. You want them to be open. Plus it shows off your beautiful jewelry if you're wearing some jewelry too. So
should it fit well enough where it can close, or should it fit where it's open?
Well, I think if it fits and it's open, but the back looks okay and it's not real tight anywhere and not showing lumps and bumps, I think you're fine. Like I tend to buy my jackets a little bit smaller. Otherwise, you don't ever see my jewelry because the jacket's like hovering over. And so if I buy it just a tad, like the size down, and it depends. I mean, sometimes I can size down and sometimes, I got to have a small. I can't do an extra small. But many times if I do the extra small, as long as it like feels okay, like I can move with it, then it's perfect. But always check the back too, to make sure that it's laying right. But it is best if it's open. And if you want your jewelry to be shown, you probably want it to be a little bit more open than being able to be closed, because then it naturally just automatically closes and then you don't see your beautiful jewelry.
Let's talk about shoes.
Okay.
I have a thing about shoes. I use shoes as an example all the time. So, of course, you buy shoes that are well constructed. Of course, they've got to fit your feet and be comfortable.
Yes.
But I've noticed that a lot of shoes now don't have heels.
Yes. Okay.
Or they have really, really tall heels.
Yes.
What is the best height for a heel? And should you buy a shoe with a heel, or should you just go with something that's more flatter, where it's like built in one construction?
Okay. That's a good question, Pat. And actually, it's better to have a little bit of a heel. And even, I mean, I'm the type of person, I have foot problems. I can't wear the stilettos or anything like that. Like, I get that. But wearing even a little bit of a heel and sometimes getting a block, so something that's a little bit wider rather than a real thin heel, is going to be easier for people to walk on, and it's going to be more comfortable. But what it does, when you have a little bit of a heel, what it does is it elongates the leg. And anytime the leg is elongated, it is thinner. And it's going to make you look taller. So we all want to look taller, because anytime you're taller, you're slimmer too, in most cases. So it elongates that leg. And so what a flat does, it doesn't. Like if you're wearing just a flat shoe, it's not going to elongate that leg. But then there's a lot to do with the color of the shoe as well. The color of the shoe is going to matter in how much skin is exposed. That's going to lengthen your legs. And so there's a lot that goes into shoes. And I know that is one of the things with the people that are in my course. That's what they say. What do I do with shoes? Like, how do I wear a shoe? And I always recommend, like, shoes are one of those things. Yes, you could have them for 10, 20 years. Okay. But you probably want to update it a little bit with the styles, because like the booties right now that are out there, they're very cute. They're very comfortable. They many times elongate your leg, and they make you like in style. Like it doesn't look like you're wearing clothes from 10 years ago. But those basic shoes are great to have though, because sometimes they look the best, like a pump. A pump sometimes looks great with a dress. And so you want to make sure that you have it in case you're wearing that dress and you're like, that's going to look the best on it. So, but it is best to wear something with a little bit of a heel if you can. I know for myself, I can't wear flat shoes. I have to, even on, you know, a flip flop, I have to have a little bit of a heel in it, because otherwise I have tons of foot problems, and then I'll have cramps and all kinds of things like that, which are never fun. Yeah.
Right.
It's really funny. My sister, she has always worn heels, and I mean like 4 inches or higher. That's what she's always worn.
How do they walk in them?
Well, but that's what she's used to. And a couple of years ago, she had to wear some flats. She does at the time she was a gardening editor, and she was going out into a field, so she had to put on flats. She's not used to wearing flats, and she ended up spraining both of her ankles because she didn't know how to walk in flats.
That is funny. Yeah, most people don't like to wear really high heels, the stilettos anymore. That's what I find is most people are like, I don't want to wear those. Do I have to? And I'm like, no, you don't. But get some stylish shoes too, because that's going to instantly update your look. If you're updating the clothes, but then you're wearing the granny sandals, it's going to look kind of weird. And there are comfortable shoes out, because I know for myself, I have to get really nice shoes. I struggle. I could try on 10 pairs of shoes and maybe one will fit me. So I know how much of a struggle. And actually recently I had a lady and she has a lot of foot issues. And so I recommended some Clarks, and they actually had some shoes on sale. I saw them advertised. So I sent them to her like, hey, look at these, because this might be something. It had a little bit of a heel. It looked cute and stylish, but it also looked very comfortable too. So it's like you can find both comfort and style.
I have one pair of shoes that's a really tall heel, but the front part is just almost as tall. So I'm actually, I feel I'm actually, my black sandals that I wore on our cruise last year, and they are just the most comfortable things, because I'm actually only on a little bit of a, but I'm taller, and I love them, and they're just,
and it makes you feel good.
And they're comfortable.
Like you're like, you feel tall, you feel like, I don't know, there's something about it when you're wearing a great shoe that you love, that's comfortable, that also gives you a little bit of height. It does a lot for that, how you feel. Like
that confidence. It was just, I just felt like, oh my God, just, I always call it feeling pretty. You just feel pretty, so.
Yes, or on top of the world, like you feel like on top of the world. You feel like you're invincible. So, yeah.
So years ago, the prevailing thought was that you wore shoes that matched your hemline. What is it? And then it changed a few years ago, and I think it was a what not to wear craze, with, I can't remember what her name was, but the woman who was on What Not to Wear, where she would wear these bright colors or a pop of color. What's the prevailing thought now?
Okay. Well, here's the thing. If you wear a pop of color, it's going to show your feet. If your feet are a size 10 and you wish they were a size 7, you probably don't want to do a pop of color, because it's going to draw attention to your feet. So anytime you do a different color than the hemline, it's going to draw attention. So if you want to look the most slimmest, then I would wear the same color as your hemline. But definitely, if you want to have fun with it, you want to add a fun red color to your black and white outfit, it definitely makes a statement. But I always tell people, be careful not to make a statement there and then another statement in your wardrobe too. So because it's going to be battling, if you wear a fun jacket and then you wear these red shoes, and it's like a battle between the fun jacket and the red shoes. So like, just kind of keep that in mind as you're wearing that. But yeah, you can, right now, tan and nude, like the closer the color to your skin tone, the more invisible it's going to look, and the more slimmer it's going to be. So right now, the tan are really popular, and I love them because you can literally wear them with everything. So recently I went to Florida, and I brought my black and brought my tan. And you know what? I think I wore the tan more than I wore the black. Okay? Because it goes with everything. So I didn't have to bring tons of shoes, and I could just bring a couple pairs, and they worked with every outfit.
Okay, so then my question, that brings me to when you're talking about skin tones, what about nylons?
Oh, the hose.
Hose, whether you wear pantyhose or the sexy hose or whatever.
Yeah.
Most
people don't wear them. Yeah.
Yeah. And now so many people are not wearing them. So it's like, where is that? Is there a time and place to make sure you always wear hose to certain events or whatever? Or now is it much more casual about that?
You don't have to wear hose if you don't want to. However, like in a really highly professional, like, I mean, if you're meeting the president of the United States, you may want to wear hose. Okay. Like,
just in.
Yeah. Like that setting, you may want to, but just match to your natural skin tone. Don't wear black hose. I know I do that. I used to have different colored hose with each of my dresses. You know, I had a forest green color with my forest green dress, and so just try to, I mean, you can wear them if you want to. It definitely, like, especially for women that don't like their leg, you know, what their legs look like. You have varicose veins or something like that, that you're just really, you don't really want to show those. But now they have so many different skirt lengths and the midi dresses where it goes down a little bit further. However, it's not as slimming as if you wear it like right above the knee. Your skirt right above the knee. When you wear it right above the knee, it actually is much more slimming than when you wear it longer. So, but I mean, a lot of things depend on your body shape, your body size, how you should wear your clothes, what's going to look best on you. So that's one of the things with my course is that people identify what their body shape is. And we talk about how do you dress your particular body shape so you know when you're buying clothes. Because have you ever, like, you've gone and you've picked out all these clothes and you go in the dressing room, you're like, no, that doesn't look good. That doesn't look good. You know exactly what style of a top is going to look good on you.
Oh, right. Yeah.
When you know your body shape and you know what is the best top for your body shape, because you're always wanting to de-emphasize the negative and emphasize the positive. That's what we always want to do when we're dealing with a body shape. So just identifying that. Most people find that so informative and helpful. And then they're able to go through their closet and say, get rid of this, get rid of that, because it doesn't look good on me. Once they realize that. Yeah.
I have to admit, when I was in corporate America and had to wear and just did not have awareness of style and stuff, my sister would come down a couple of times of the year, the one that's just, she was the fashion police. And I would sit and read and she would shop. And then she would just come back. She would come back to me and say, okay, you're trying on this, 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 and this.
Yes.
And there were times when I would look at something that she had picked out and go, seriously? Really? You want me to try that on? And I would put it on and it would be like become one of my favorite things to wear because she just had that eye and my body style, my body shape. And it was like, oh, brother.
That's so funny, Barbara. Yeah. And that, I mean, when you have an eye and you know how to do it, and that's one of the things that I do that's probably different than most stylists. Most stylists, you hire them, they help you go shop and get outfits, and here's your outfits. Here's what you're going to wear, or here's what you're going to wear to this particular event. What I do is I teach people how to dress, so you don't need to hire me every time you have a special occasion. You know exactly how to dress. And so, and it really does boost the confidence. I actually had someone who had attended my course back in the fall, and it was so funny. One week, every day she's posting pictures of herself in her different outfits. And I knew it's like it really translated. She's feeling good about how she looks. She actually had lost weight too, which was really great. You know, she's losing weight. She knows how to pick her clothes properly. And it really, I could tell just instant, like self-confidence about that. And so that's one of the things that I do. It's not a, you know, hire me and I'm going to get this outfit for the speaking engagement that you have. Yeah, I mean, that's great. Yeah, we can do that. But I really teach you the fundamentals. So, you know, because I basically, when I first got started in this, I had no idea how to dress. I worked in a factory. I wore a uniform, a hairnet, steel-toed shoes. I was not a fashion person. And I got promoted at work. And I had to wear professional clothes and I had no clue. Like it seemed like everybody looked put together and Tracy looked like she got up, rolled out of bed, threw on some clothes and went to work. I mean, I seriously felt that way. And it didn't give me a lot of confidence in my role that I had until I finally figured out how to dress. So I understand if you're kind of like, I have no clue how to pull an outfit together. I understand because I had no clue either. But then when I figured it out and I'm like, okay, this is really simple. I can simplify this to teach people. And that's what I've been doing over the past 20 years is teaching people how simple it is. It's not a mystery. So, and I thought there was just this like secret recipe to create a killer outfit that I was missing. Like I didn't know the ingredients and I didn't until I figured it out. And then it was like, ah. So I teach like everyday women style. So
Tracy, you have a gift for our guests, for the people who are watching today, right? And incidentally, if you're watching this, type in #replay so we know you were watching it. What do you have a gift to offer?
yeah, actually, I have a special video, and you are going to learn how to appear 10 to 20 pounds thinner without actually losing a pound. So how does that sound? I know everyone's on a diet. I'm on a diet myself. I'm always on a diet. It's not really a diet, just healthy eating. But I'm always looking for ways as I'm hitting menopause that I'm always looking for ways that I can look slimmer than what I actually am. Because I know through this whole menopause process, the body has shifted. Gravity has set in. I've got lumps, bumps, and wrinkles. Okay. And so there is a way that you can dress to actually look like you don't have lumps, bumps, and wrinkles. So that's my little gift.
That's awesome. So we'll put that in the show notes. It's one of those things that everybody should have because you never know whether you're going to work, whether you've got a special event to go to, you know, whether, right, you're going out on a date or something like that. Even
reunion, you got the reunion to go to. You
right.
Special.
Exactly. But even if you're super thin, you always want to look thinner. Let's face it.
Yes, exactly. We all do.
Tracy, what are you most excited about right now?
You know what? I'm really excited. I'm making some changes in my business because in the past, people that had joined my course, you would have to wait until my course opened up. So I'm in the process of revising it to where anyone can join at any time, which I'm really excited about. So that way you don't have to wait until I'm doing the next thing before you can join and you can start learning right away. Because most people, they get like excited about it when they realize I really need to do this. I recently had a woman that she was struggling in her business because in her mind, her business makes things beautiful. And in her mind, she wasn't beautiful. And so she really needed that boost of confidence. And it really has increased her productivity as well and the income that she's making in her business just by making those simple changes. And so I don't want people to have to wait a couple months until they can get that. So I'm really excited about that. And you know what, I just love helping people. So I've loved that. I've been in the people business. That's what I always have said. No matter what I'm doing, I'm in the people business because I love people. So
yeah.
Yep.
Super. Well, thank you so much for being here. Barb, what are you most excited about right now?
Right now, I have just, well, a part of that, I'm now in quarantine for a couple of weeks because of my granddaughter, which I'm not, that part I'm not excited about. But you know what? Sometimes we have to, other things make us take a step back.
Yeah.
And so now I've got 2 weeks that I am literally at home and can't go anywhere. And I'm like, okay, so what am I going to do? And so now I'm going to focus. I've got these 2 weeks to focus on a project that I've been wanting to do, but it's one of those that you need to start, but you have to start and be consistent with it. It's not one you can start and stop. So I am going to be learning how to do Instagram and Clubhouse. So yeah, so I'm excited. You're excited about that. Add, it's always add to your stable of things that you do that you can offer other people to help them. And and that's, I think, what it all comes down to, that all the three of us all feel the same way. It's not about us or what we do. It's about how we can impact the people around us. And how to help them to build a business or feel good about their business, or in my case, get along with the other people that are around them. And it's just so important when you can, that I think they're the checks of the heart. When you know that you have, that something that you have done has impacted somebody else's life. You can't put a price tag on that.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff. And what I'm most excited about is that I am very close to launching a course for coaches to teach them how to not only find clients, but how to sell to them. Because so many coaches have trouble finding those high dollar clients. They say, I don't know where to find them. So they lower what their value is, and their value is just too great. The outcomes that they get are just so good. And for somebody to think, for the average coach out there to be making less than $25,000 a year in their profession is just ridiculous. It's harmful to the industry, and it's harmful to the population. People need coaches, but not being able to explain what the value is a problem, and then close them. So that's what I'm most excited about.
Cool.
I know. Very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to thank you again, Tracy, for being here. This has been just great. And take advantage of Tracy's gift. It's a great gift. Everybody would want to know how to look, 10 pounds slimmer, especially if you get in front of a camera, even on Zoom. You want to look thinner on Zoom. People know that Zoom has a lot of pitfalls. And there's a lot of people who do things on Zoom that really you shouldn't be doing on Zoom. But anyway, yeah.
Isn't that the truth? You see some of it, it's like, okay, fine. You do know that you are on camera, right?
We should do a show sometime about the horror stories we've seen on Zoom.
Yeah, that would be good.
It would be really fun.
Yeah. I mean, and some of them are funny, but some of them are like, okay, yeah, you do know that you're on Zoom. Yes.
I actually had to have a conversation with somebody afterwards, as a business coach, have a conversation with somebody afterwards about what he was wearing and the camera angle and how you shouldn't wear that with that camera angle. Let's just leave it at that.
People come in from outside. They were outside and came in, and they had a tube top on. Didn't even look like they had any clothes on.
Yes, I've seen that.
Yeah.
In fact, I was on a Zoom call last night.
Sweater on.
And she had her hair. She had long hair. It looked like she was naked. She looked like Lady Godiva.
Wow. Wow.
Do you have clothes on?
I guess that's one way to get noticed, right? When you're in
certainly is.
You definitely would get noticed, but maybe not in the right way.
Yes. Yes.
It was like, okay, fine. Yeah. So, and plus sometimes it's funny when people forget that they're on camera.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And then all of a sudden, your camera is still live.
Even though you stood up to get something in your desk. Yeah. It's like the camera's right there.
Still on. Camera's
dressed like you're going to work.
Yes. Exactly.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't wear something on the bottom that you wouldn't wear to your office.
Right.
I have black pants on right now. So, because I find when I do that, I feel good. I feel like I'm ready to do business,
Yeah.
I do. Like, yeah, I could wear my leggings and you would not notice.
Right.
But I now feel like and if someone pops by or something like that, I'm prepared. I look good.
We need to run out. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's me. Even today, even though I'm in quarantine, it was like, you know what? Yeah, I've got my, my earrings on and my pretty jacket that's got little beads around it, and it's like I'm dressed for work.
Yep.
Exactly.
So,
yeah. Well, have a good day, everybody. And again, thank you for joining the show and the Everyday Riches Show. And please type in #replay and give Tracy some love. Go get her freebie and check out what she has to offer.
Thanks, ladies. I appreciate you having me and appreciate the opportunity. So nice to meet everyone too.
Okay. Bye, everybody. Have a great day.